Hey,
What's up?
let's see. Yeah, I was looking at the comments. You know, World War III, so to speak. And I know we got the caption. We're going to talk about the balloons, old booty egg, and some other shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I've been kind of looking into these orbital flying objects that they're talking about. Have you have you noticed how many countries is so to say shot one of these down?
Well, there's been quite a few. I know the first thing I saw was Russia shooting one down, and I
Yeah.
saw footage of like one of their Hind helicopters chasing something, and it was coming down. I'm not familiar with any other countries other than that.
Well, didn't they take one down in Canada?
Well, yeah, but when you think of Canada, you don't really think of Canada. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't them that shot down; it was us, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Um, it what I find peculiar, the first one that came across the huge one that our bed shitter in charge thought it'd be great to let them photograph everything from one end of the country to the other and then shoot it down. It came from across the Aleutian Islands over the Bering Strait, basically, from what I understand. Okay, but the next one came from the east into Alaska or down into the Yukon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's kind of odd. Why? Where did it come from? And then the one that they detected in there was another one they detected in Montana, but then when they scrambled aircraft, they couldn't find it. So they say that the one they shot down over Lake Huron, they believe, is the one that was in Montana.
Right. And then there was another one went over what Latin America or something like that.
Yeah, there was one over Central America, and there was another one. So there was another one somewhere else, but I can't think where. Well, there was. Well, I can't. Don't hold me to it. I thought there was another one, but there's so many now, it's hard for me to keep track. One thing that comes to mind is that I know everybody said it was all conspiracy and all that bullshit, but remember a year or so ago they were saying the Chinese had a bunch of damn soldiers in Canada. Do you remember that?
Mm, I think so, vaguely.
Like right there inside Canada off the Pacific, just north of like I guess Washington State, Oregon, whatever. Now I don't know how true it was. I know I saw footage of them marching and shit like that. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute, Sex Man, because I was watching another live and somebody was talking about that. Who's to say that if we already know that Trudeau is in with the NWO and the Chinese and everything else, he's one of the real lapdogs. I'm quite sure that there are People's Republic, PR, whatever, what do you call the Chinese army? I'm sure they've got elements there that train. Hell, they can be housed there for all we know. So who's to say that they're not involved in sending up these damn balloons? Because what I find funny is why the fuck are we flying over Canada to shoot shit down? Why ain't Canada doing anything?
Unless it's PR. Unless it's PR.
Well, see, there's something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Then,
because I mean, you let one float for a week all the way across the U.S., like you said earlier, right? Getting all the photos it wants, and then it looks like shit to the public because they didn't take it down when they should have, right? And
exactly.
why would you take it down over water? I mean, there's so much open land across the U.S. that it traveled over that it could have been salvageable, right? And why completely destroy it? Why not just knock a couple holes in it and let it take its ease descent and then collect it?
Exactly. Why use a damn $350,000 piece of ordnance when you could hit it with a minigun and it's done? Just saying. I'm with you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, all the flack that they got from that, wait until it went over there, and now all of a sudden they've shot down what, two, three, something like that now.
They've shot down. I think there's been a total of, let's see, the two or either three. I don't remember exactly. But here's the thing that really, again, makes me wonder. I've seen so many conflicting reports. I read a report somewhere. They said one of them was a NOAA balloon or whatever. It was an actual balloon from us. It got shot down, which makes no sense. I don't believe that. If it did get shot down by us, it is just this administration trying to save face for the utter failure the other week when they shot the one down in Atlantic. Because no other president, much less country, would have allowed that shit. And they allowed it to go over so many sensitive strategic locations. Why not just hand them the fucking keys? And you're right, they didn't want to salvage it. But here's another thing. Now, I'm no naval aviator, Air Force aviator, whatever. So please, somebody correct me if I'm not thinking straight here. But on the ordnance they used, the missiles they used, does anybody know if they're laser guided or heat guided?
I have no idea.
Inquiring minds want to know, because if they're heat guided, okay, which is the one thing I saw that was brought up about the one over Lake Huron. If it's heat guided, there had to be a heat signature. Okay.
You're talking about the missile itself?
It has to pick up on a heat signature. That's how it locks on.
Right.
Okay. So if you're firing at this, what did they say? It was a pentagonal or octagonal object, they called it. Okay. If it had a heat signature, that's not a fucking balloon.
They used a AIM-9X Sidewinder missile. So let's see.
I'm looking it up. It's short range air to air. It's it's used in the Navy.
It just says that it's a guided missile and costs $500,000 a piece to shoot. $500,000.
Yep. Your tax dollars at work, brother.
To pop a balloon.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. There was no need.
It is a heat-seeking missile.
Okay, well then see my problem. Okay. I'm something just doesn't seem. There's a piece of this puzzle. Either we're not being told or we're being misled about, in my opinion. And you can't tell me this has happened with other presidents, this, that, and other. I know something similar happened when Trump was in office, but Trump, they kept it from him, hence why he wasn't able to act on it. That's not the same. These fucktards knew about it. The only reason they came clean was because somebody in freaking Montana went to the news with it because they noticed it. Well, they had to get in front of it then, but instead of getting in front of it, oh, well, we'll scratch our ass and hold our nuts and wait for it to drift over the rest of the country, and then we'll shoot it down.
I mean, we could probably text Rochelle Levine and ask him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mandarin Millie had everything at hand, no worries. But I mean, how many people have ever seen
Champagne and beers?
What was that?
Oh, sorry.
That sound.
There you go.
You know that sound?
I heard some coal being cracked open.
Yeah, you did. I'll eat later.
Well, I mean, Montana's a big open fucking area. You cannot tell me you couldn't have shot that son of a bitch down over Montana and retrieved it and been done with it.
Man, I could have had 150 volunteers right here in my town to take it down right here. Man, you know how long they talk about it? Man, that thing crashed through my fucking barn, man. That'd be the talk of the damn town.
Yep. Exactly.
Shit.
Again, that's a lot of that's a lot of money to and it doesn't seem like it. But if you've ever had to do a after action report and justify why you spent $500,000 to shoot down a weather balloon, yeah, something ain't right.
I agree. Well, I'm feeling the love.
That's funny. It was a White Claw, thank you.
Hell no.
Damn. Son of a bitch. Wow. White
Liberal tears. 12-ounce can.
That makes me have flashbacks talking about fucking White Claws.
Oh, God.
Ugh. Damn. Well, we've covered all the balloon shenanigans, I guess. We can jump over to the Buttigeig, our favorite secretary of transportation, infrastructure, whatever the hell he represents. He acts like he's oblivious to all these train derailments that are going on. I don't know how many of you have been following all these. There's several of them. The one that really struck a nerve for me was the one, I think, in Pennsylvania, and they had to do a controlled burn. Case of ice pocket, case of what? Oh, I love it, Patriot Nation. That's awesome. But anyways, they had to do a controlled burn or wherever. I forget what the chemical was, but they had to do a controlled burn. And this one lady had her on the news, and overnight it killed all her chickens. They had fish washing up on shore. Now, this shit went into the drinking water. Went into the waterways, which feed into the Mississippi. All right. You can go back and look at where it happened in Pennsylvania and follow the water. I mean, it could affect so many different places. And it's like crickets. If it's killing fucking fish from being an airborne toxin, that, where I come from, that's some serious shit.
Yeah, no joke.
I mean,
they made a movie about that shit, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought it was like the one with Demi Moore where they're breaking the seals for the end of the world. Isn't that the one I'm thinking of?
I don't think it was the seventh seal.
Yeah, all the fish got washed up in one of them.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
So, I mean, you start doing shit like that.
But, okay, so can you imagine if this was Trump's EPA? I mean, this shit would be on non-stop news. I mean, you want to get some fun times, get yourself a copy of the NBC book. You can get it you can order this thing online and sit at any railroad crossing and just look up what these people are hauling across the country. I mean, what you're talking about was literally weaponized during World War I. this shit will kill you. And, the federal government and the EPA comes along and says, you know what? Let's go ahead and just basically nuke this town. We'll fire it up. That way nothing gets out here. And nothing, crickets. For a week. Nobody knew about it for a week after it happened, nationally.
You're exactly right. Exactly right. But now you're seeing all these other instances happen. I'm sorry, I can see it happening to random places. Okay. But what's the old saying? One time's coincidence, second time's enemy action.
Well, you would think so.
I mean, I'm sorry, but there's no way you can tell me all this shit is random. You're not going to be able to convince me of that because there's too many variables. Just like all the damn, and you can call me wherever you want, conspiracy theorist, tinfoil, whatever. But like when all these factories and shit burn up for like processing food, you going to tell me all that shit was random too? Yeah, okay.
Well, Jay and Palmetto's spokesman got on TV and they said, is there any, are these aliens? Oh, no, there's no aliens. Well, what are they? We don't know or we can't tell you. One of the two. So what the fuck is it? I mean, last year you had the Navy disclosing, the Tic Tacs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So why not do it now? Why not alleviate people's fears or questions? The fact that you hide it
creates suspicion.
It creates suspicion, whether it's founded or not. It
Right.
creates suspicion, and I mean, my bet is on it's probably either Chinese or it's a weather balloon and it's distraction. But
Right.
like you said, when you have this going on, and then you have train derailments that are, did anybody ever discuss what caused a train derailment in the first place? No. They are talking about the fumes and such and, the ecological disaster that's happening because of it. But to my knowledge, I haven't seen it. Nobody has said, well, somebody screwed with the tracks or, a bunch of kids did something. And, like was earlier in the conversation, you were talking about Chinese nationals. Good God, go to, look at local news coverage down on the border. It's not just, South American folks and, there for a while it was folks from the Middle East. Mm-hmm. It is big time, huge. I mean, they're just wrangling up Chinese nationals now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's something afoot. You can say what you want. I mean, think about it. China, for all intents and purposes, is a hostile country to us. They're like passive aggressively hostile. We'll sell you all your shit you need, but on the back end, we're going to fuck with your infrastructure and your way of living, your way of life.
Absolutely.
So if you're seeing this kind of influx on the border of Chinese, these aren't people trying to make a better life for themselves. These are people coming in to be in sleeper cells and fucking cause havoc.
Yeah.
It doesn't take rocket science to figure this shit out.
So my prediction is in the next few weeks, look for stuff about, power grids going out, either small plants, stuff like that, electric going out. My fear is that, with all the ones that they don't catch coming over, that, and especially since you this regime has let a balloon fly over. I mean, they have satellites just like we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But you let a satellite just lazily float over all these installations. Yeah, military installations. Yeah, but you're also considering nuclear plants. That right there is, just kind of horrific to think about.
Yeah.
What
Well,
could happen?
think about, okay, we'll go a step further than that. Yes, you got nuclear plants, but you've got hydroelectric, you've got all your power grids, you've got water treatment, you've got, if you want to go a step further than that, who knows the degree of intel they're getting off this Greyhound balloon they're using or whatever. It's showing you, I mean, depending on how detailed you want to, I mean, they could literally be finding out infrastructure as far as, okay, if we hit this road, this part of highway over the Mississippi, we'll shut down transit for this whole region. If we wipe out this power grid, I mean, there's so many things you got to think. If they're trying to wreak havoc on our infrastructure, it's not just going to be power; it's going to be everything.
Right.
Think of how fucked up it'd be if they wipe out a major interstate bridge over a river.
Oh yeah.
No, think a little deeper than that. You got your reserves, your oil reserve locations. You've got your fuel processing.
Yep. Refineries. Absolutely. And so you got a bunch of refineries on the Mississippi right there in St. Louis, and that damn thing went right over.
Oh yeah. I mean, when they always talk about strategic reserve and stuff like that, guess where all that stuff is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
China.
Yeah, pretty much.
My bad.
But yeah, I mean, it's just looking how they basically have us by the balls, just like you were saying, T, is we buy all our stuff from them, and what are you going to do? Well, with this administration, nothing.
Nope.
But yeah, it's yeah.
Well, there's just something to me. Every fiber of my being says that there's something off. This isn't what it appears to be. At least not 100%. There's something shady. And I mean, we know with the administration we have, they do nothing but lie, cheat, and steal. We're there.
To your face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why hide it? But this whole word play stuff they're doing when they're asked questions about this shit, and how on 1 minute, they're all, oh, yeah, we've got everything in control. And then you ask them a hard question. Well, they start acting like they're losing their shit. Stuff like that makes me think that they're hiding something, they're covering shit up, they're aware of something that's going on, and they're not telling the people because they're trying to steer the narrative. Just me. I don't trust them.
Well, I mean, you can never take anything of value that's coming out anyway.
No, not at all. Not at all. But there's so many different things going on in this country right now between unidentified flying balloons, other, all the Chinese manipulation of markets. I mean, okay, check this out. We're letting them buy all this farmland up, building shit all around military bases and everything else. And it's already apparent they're up to something. So we're shooting ourselves in our own feet. Why? We're giving up our national security for some shady shit. And I just got a bad feeling. So I hope I'm wrong, but why don't we limit their access to resources and buying shit like this, like other countries do? I don't understand why we don't do the same thing.
Well, that'd be because a lot of our shit comes from there.
True.
That 8 ounces went down quick.
8 ounces.
Oh, they come. Oh, yeah, that's right. White Claws come in 12 ounces.
I
I think. I wouldn't know.
I just
It's the champagne of beers, man.
Yeah,
there
okay.
is nothing champagne about that. I just remember the chick that was drinking it, and I'm telling you, dude, flashbacks. So I'd rather have a stiff drink than have that shit.
Which one?
Which one? What?
Which beer?
I don't want beer. I don't like beer.
Oh, it's good for you.
I'd just assume have a shot of whiskey and have a beer.
Well, yeah, that too, but there's none here, so.
Well, I understand it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If beer's your choice, cool. I'm not throwing shade on you.
No, it's just I didn't have any body armor, and I couldn't make it to the package store.
I never developed a taste for it.
Don't go out after dark.
Yeah, it's like, well, I got the $20, but I just don't have the plates for so
Yeah, you go out this time of night after it's gonna be buy one get one free. You're gonna buy one and they're gonna get one from you for free.
That's right.
There you go.
I don't
Well,
know. There's some days that I've had that I would get in a good fight over a bottle of it. I'm gonna tell you.
oh, I have some days I keep thinking I need to go crack that thing of tequila my neighbor brought me from Mexico.
Ooh, tequila.
Yep. It's a white bottle. I keep saying, you know what? It's been one of them days. I'm getting tempted.
It has been one of those weeks, I tell you.
Well,
I'll be there in a few hours. I got plates.
there you go.
Let me come out and get you, Saxman.
Yeah. Pick me up. We'll go.
Jeez.
Well, did you hear about Buttigieg? When they asked him about the balloons and the thing he was concerned about was the fact that when you have these projects in the inner city, like whether it's roads and drainage, parks and rec, whatever, where they're coming in and they're fixing shit, that when the contractors come into these ethnic neighborhoods, that you can tell by the people working that they're not of color. Basically, he was saying there's too many white people as contractors, and
How many times have you ever seen an all-white construction crew?
not in a very long time.
Yeah, not in like 20 years.
I just, I'm so sick and fucking tired of seeing this racial woke narrative being pushed. It drives me batshit crazy. The skin color has nothing to do with the quality of work. Well, no, it has nothing to do with the quality of work. We'll leave it at that. You can be any color and be a shitty employee or a good employee or a middle of the road employee that just does what you got to do. It's all about the individual. It's not about the color of their skin, their nationality, or their creed, any of that shit. That has nothing to do with it. But they keep pushing this narrative, and how many of you saw the thing about where in elementary schools the black kids are hurting the white kids and making them say Black Lives Matter and doing these other things, forcing them to do this shit?
Man, I know you did.
Dude, where the fuck is the faculty at?
I'd be in jail.
I mean,
that video the other day, the one me and you talked about,
dude, what, man? If that was my child, fuck.
I did a little research on that, and what I've seen is nobody's been locked up for that.
No, they're not going to, because it's on the left coast. But if that was my child, somebody's ass be getting sued. I'd swear out every fucking kind of warrant I could. I'd try.
No,
I did it with criminal and civil.
No, I'd write people's fucking names on the sidewalk with his face. That's what I do.
You can do that too. But you know, and on the left coast, you're only allowed 2 bullets. You know.
Oh, I wouldn't need them. Not for that little scrawny fuck.
All right. Well, my thing is too that the video me and you were talking about, not only the little thug that tried to beat the shit out of him, and you know the teacher decided to come running over after he hit him with a fucking chair, but the little bastard that was filming it, that's an accessory. Every one of them little bastards are standing there. Every one of them I'll be prosecuted. Every fucking one.
Well, the thing is, you know, and by law, I don't know what the laws is out there or whatever, but as soon as he picked up that chair, that's assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, that
Well,
goes
technically, that's battery, right?
out of ass whipping to trying to kill somebody at that point.
Yeah. And the kid was trying to not engage, and this little fucker wanted to push the envelope.
Oh yeah, I mean you could literally hear him. You gonna say something racist? Say something racist? No, I'm not gonna do it.
No, he actually told him. He said he gave him a time, wasn't it? What did he say?
I couldn't hear him.
He said so many seconds to say something racist.
Yeah.
Go. He's like, I'm not going to do it. And then he punches him in the face.
Yeah. Not punching him, continues to wail on him.
Right. But here's the thing, you know, and I'm trying to think about this on 2 different sides of the coin, right? So on one side, you've got an aggressive situation that has been bred into our country. And then you've got a pussy side that has been bred into our country where you're not allowed to fight back.
Yeah.
Because if he'd have got up and curb stomped his ass, then it'd have been all over the news.
Oh yeah, he's a white supremacist.
Yeah.
And I mean that's just I don't know.
Bro, I mean what's happening is because so many people seem to be rolling over and taking this, that is empowering the thugs and the thug mentality. Sooner or later, mark my fucking words, something's going to go sideways. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If this doesn't stop, mark my words, something bad is going to happen.
It is amazing, though, to see how fast that they have turned this whole racial thing. I mean, basically since, 2019, 2020.
Sure.
I won't say the name of it, but yeah, how fast they've turned this whole.
You talking about Bubba Loves Malt Liquor?
Yeah. But even, like I said, even the current regime,
3 years sober.
right? It's like a sin to be white. Yep. And there's, any other race can do no wrong. And what's funny is these people, they hold up MLK as, the savior, or they used to. Judge not by the color of your skin, but by character. And that's gone.
Yep.
That is gone.
It's all about color now, brother.
And now it is straight up Marxist.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep. And it's being pushed.
Well, it works.
The schools are fucking pushing it if you let them get away with it. That the public education is. the government, the media, everybody's pushing this narrative.
Well, just like Jenny's saying right there, it goes right along with what I'm saying. It works. It works to be able to facilitate a goal that they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing
Absolutely.
is, and they talk about slavery and stuff like that, and I'm probably gonna piss some people off, but it's still happening right now.
Yep.
On a mass. Okay, they're being pushed in to go and break the law. To go do stupid shit, things that could possibly get you in jail, right? Get you in trouble, just to fit the normal activity that it's always been for the last 40 or 50 years. And I just don't get it, how people are so weak-minded. I don't understand it. I've had conversations with people, and it just, I don't know. I'm appalled by them not understanding the situation. I don't get it. They think that they're just all of a sudden woke up one day and they're smart and know exactly what's happening and everything like that. No, you know exactly what has been pushed on you to know.
Yeah.
You don't know shit. If you knew shit, you'd be out there and making your own path. I had somebody ask me, man, every time I see you, you always wind up in a supervisor position. That's because I don't push, I lead. There's a fucking difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The tip of the spear gets the blood. That's the way it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's crazy that people just like, oh, I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want this. I don't want that. But it's happening every day. They don't even realize it. Everybody, and I'm not talking about a certain race. I'm talking about everybody as a whole.
Sure.
I'm talking, black, white, yellow, tan, light skin, fucking Kool-Aid hair. It don't matter. Everybody's the fucking just eat up with this nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah, what kills me is people like, Stewart. They can get red pilled, kinda. John Stewart, that is. That can see what's going on. Piers Morgan, who I never liked, but he sees what's going on. And these people are not conservatives.
Nope.
But unfortunately, you have an electorate that doesn't think for themselves, that actually votes, and they will, they're just being spoon-fed shit, and happily,
Well, the masses, the sheeple, as long as they can still watch whatever mind-numbing bullshit on TV they want to watch or stream, and they can go and get their latte or their fucking hot wings or whatever it is, their soy burgers and fucking hot pockets, they're happy. Give them the dumb shit, and they're compliant. They're happy. They're not going to question anything because they're in their little comfort zone. They're not free thinking.
No,
they've been lulled into that.
They're not a free thinker.
No, they're not.
The bunch.
That's such a huge demographic in the voting populace now, the electorate, that, I mean, it is grim.
No, it is.
The people with fucking common sense are going to die eventually, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be grim. I'm being honest. None of us going to live forever, all right? As the people got some common sense and came up with some morals and have an understanding of what this country was supposed to be, the people coming up behind us are clueless. The majority.
Oh, yeah.
And all they're going to be doing is voting rights away to get free shit. That's it. They won't be left alone and be comfortable.
True enough. And one of the biggest things that I see there is basically this erosion of like I said, it was it's a sin to be white. It's also a sin to be an American in America.
Yep.
I not a nationalist. Don't say that. But there comes a time, and I think a lot of Europe, Europe, some of the countries over there are waking up to this. Um, you have Hungary, who they want to maintain their national identity. You have Poland, who wants to do the same thing. You have Germany, who realizes they really screwed up by letting so many, different religions that don't jive with their form of government come in. They're waking up to it. Britain's kind of lost, or like Canada.
Yeah.
But over here, it's we don't want to say the pledge, and that's fine, whatever. But we don't want to say the pledge in school. We don't want to. Um, we don't want to celebrate American exceptionalism. You know, I mean, we have a distinct culture that is getting buried by white guilt and the whole trans thing. I guarantee you that there's not, you know, 8 million kids that all of a sudden decided, oh, you know what, I'm trans now. Um, it's it is nauseating, really, and I hate to be the Debbie Downer about that sort of thing, but yeah, it is. It's fucking nauseating to
Yeah.
see what people in power have allowed to go on and just trash the country that's basically given the world freedom, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. But this has been, this isn't something that happened overnight. We all know
No.
that it's been something long being, the groundwork was laid decades ago. And it's been allowed to build up and undermine, the very underpinnings of what this nation was founded on. And now all that shit's coming to fruition, and there's not enough people in the lineup to fight it. They're perfectly cool saying, that's the old way. We're good with the new. We don't need the
Well,
Constitution.
I mean,
That's an old this, old that.
yeah, I'm kind of in line with you a little bit there, but if you think about it, and I consider myself part of what's mentioned as the dying breed, right? I like to think that I bestowed that on my children. They kind of have the same line of thought that I do, but however, we all grow numb to stupidity at some point.
Yep.
15 years ago, if you seen somebody walking through your local Walmart with a tackle box hanging out their face and fucking canary green and yellow fucking hair, you'd have been like, holy fuck, look at that shit. What the now you see it and you're like, that's fucking normal.
But that's because we've accepted it.
Right.
That's the mistake right there. We should have never fucking rolled over and took it.
And you're exactly right. I mean, the nuclear family is counterculture.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Where we made a mistake, just like Vanguard was just saying, we should have stopped right there. We should have said, what the fuck is wrong with you? And because we've been taught, or we've been lulled into accepting this as the norm, and it's not the norm.
Right, but you want me to tell y'all something that's scary as hell?
No, but you're going to.
So this progression, everything that we're talking about right now, happened in a short span of about 5 years.
True.
Think about where we're going to be in 5 more years.
Well, here's what I'm going to predict, and it's not pleasant. One of two things is going to happen. Either A, we're going to be in some kind of global, I'm going to say war, Could very well be with China. Could be with China and Russia. It could be through proxy warfare, kind of like the Ukraine thing. But we're going to be involved in another war, and it's not going to be us just shipping shit somewhere. There's going to be American lives on the line. Either that's going to happen, or there's going to be something pop off, some kind of civil unrest on a national scale. It'll start off a few pockets, and then it'll snowball. Or both could happen at the same time. It all depends on the extent of the war we get involved in. And, you know, like we were talking earlier about foreign players coming in and, you know, being in sleeper cells, committing, you know, sabotage, things of that nature to our infrastructure. Once social services go sideways and you can't, something's disrupted, whether it's getting your fucking WIC check at the end of the month, or, you know, your government housing, or your Obama phone, or you can't get in the hospital, whatever. Once that shit happens, that's when shit's gonna get spicy. And it will happen. I hope I'm wrong, but I see nothing to prove otherwise.
Yeah, I don't see how it can't at this point, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, we're being pushed towards that cliff. I mean, hard. It's like they've got a fucking cattle catcher on the front of a semi pushing our motherfucking ass to the cliff. What do you do?
So, Jenny's got a little bit of a question on a nationalist. So the definition, or what I've read into a nationalist, it could go either way. It depends, right? It depends on what that nationalist group believes in. Like myself, I believe in, you know, family, God, and earning what you get by the sweat of your brow, right? That's my beliefs. But somebody else may have other beliefs. But yeah, it's kind of like I don't want to say an uprising, but it's a group of people that have the same values and want to uphold those values by maybe a sovereign state or something like that. Okay. Which has been mentioned before, as in Texas, right?
Yep.
Right.
Texas was talking about, you know, succeeding from the U.S., from the Union, right? Yep. And that would be basically the same thing, Jenny. Hopefully that kind of answers your question. So it would be, so to speak, power of a state, not a nation.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's worth looking into. But the thing is there going to be enough people to actually move into that situation? Because it's the same thing as patriots, you know, like technically us meeting right here and talking about what we talk about with the same beliefs is considered actually a nationalist, if you think about it in a technical aspect. But anyway, back to you, T. I seen that question. I've actually studied into it a little bit, and I just want to throw it out there. All right.
Well, I mean, I guess going back to what I was saying about the bad shit being on the horizon for us. I mean, I don't see how electing somebody is going to fix this. I think we're too far gone. I think no matter who gets in the White House at this point, there's too much shit going on behind the scenes. Because you already know the military is running on their own. I mean, with Mandarin Millie in charge, there's no telling what kind of shady shit's going on there. And that's not to throw shade on any military veterans here. I have nothing but respect for you, but we all know that the United States Armed Forces are not what they should be right now. Okay? And that being said, you've got that to deal with. You've got this upper echelon of people in Washington who do nothing but rape the American people to further themselves. and empower themselves, they don't give two shits about what we have to go to day to day. As long as they're able to meet at their country club and get their damn security detail and ride around their fucking armored Mercedes, they don't give a fuck. Because they're making all this. To them, we're fucking serfs.
Yeah, and see, I've got different beliefs on that. We've got 50 fucking states, right?
Uh-huh.
Why do we have 200 and something fucking senators, 200 and something fucking House representatives? But why? You need one governor, one senator.
Sing in the choir, brother.
Per state.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be paid. It's supposed to be a voluntary basis, 1 week out of the month.
Exactly.
But you can go in there, you go in broke, no, you don't have 2 pennies to rub together, can't even afford your fucking campaign, right? But you come out the other side in 2 years a multimillionaire. How the hell does that work?
Exactly.
Huh.
Well, I mean, again, that's the whole premise. That's what I'm talking about. You're absolutely right. But see, this is just like them voting in their own fucking races. What kind of Jim Dandy bullshit is that?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean, I wish I could have done that when I was working. What the fuck? I don't understand how a politician is empowered and they can make laws for the people they represent without the people having input. That's where my shit gets off the rails.
I agree. I think everything that gets pushed up should be voted on by the people of that state.
Absolutely. Jenny, you're spot on. Spot on. This is what our forefathers fought and died for, to stop. And we've effectively let it happen all over again on such a grand scale. I don't know how to fix it. I take it back. I know how to fix it, but I'm not about to say it.
Right.
How about that?
There's so many tools that have been used against us, correct? Our freedom of speech has been taken away. We can't even say what the fuck we want to on this because I'll get dinged on it, right?
Yep.
I mean, and we've seen it all over the news. Oh, I mean, it's been a hot topic ever since Elon purchased Twitter. Oh, so-and-so's on there, blah, blah, blah. They said this, they blocked this person left. We should have never been to the point where somebody from another country had to buy a fucking social media to fix it.
True.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
But the way freedom of speech works is you get to say whatever you want to as long as the other side likes it or agrees with it. And I'm sorry. Those of you that know me, I'm going to say what I want to say. If you don't like it, fuck it. We'll talk about it, and then we'll get back to square one. I mean, that's just the way it is. I've pissed a lot of people off in my lifetime, and I lose zero sleep over it. Zero.
That's the best rule to follow right there, bro.
Right. I don't know.
I mean, how could you not be truthful to somebody else if you're not going to be truthful to yourself?
Yeah.
If you got to stop and think about what you're about to say, go ahead and say it.
Yep. I agree. I mean, I would rather somebody shoot straight with me and hurt my feelings than dance around and sugarcoat everything and tell much fucking half truths.
Exactly.
Shoot straight. If I'm being a fucktard or I'm being an idiot about it, tell me. I mean, I'm a grown up. I can handle it. And if I'm fucking wrong, I'll own it. But if you're wrong, you're going to own it. I mean, that's how I roll. Maybe it's our generation. Maybe that's what it is, Because we don't believe in all this damn political correctness, and you might offend this person. Well, you wouldn't be offended if you weren't doing something fucking stupid. Don't do shit. Nobody's gonna say anything to you and upset you.
Right. All I'm saying is, you know what? I think it should be required reading. Just the first paragraph of the Declaration of Independence.
Well, to do that, you'd have to print it in 8 different languages.
That's all right. Ink's cheap.
And you probably have to take all the he out of it and make them into it.
Right.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
No.
Well, you would have to take God out of it, but
and see, there it begins.
Right, exactly.
I'm sorry, I cannot.
But that's all you need, man. That's all you need. The first paragraph.
I agree, absolutely. But with this current mindset in our society, it might offend somebody. Who gives a fuck? Grow a pair of testicles. Put on the big girl panties. It'll be all right.
Well, here's the thing, T. Saxman, y'all, and everybody here probably agrees. When we were younger, if we did something stupid, our grandparents or parents would say, "Hey, jackass, don't do that.
Exactly.
It'll hurt you, or that's fire. Get away from it. It'll burn you." Nowadays, you go stick your fucking finger in a light socket and it knocks the shit out of you. They take you out for fucking ice cream and cake. Oh, hey, oh, you poor little baby. And then you associate that sticking your finger in a light socket gets you cake and fucking ice cream.
Well, don't forget they sue Leviton or whoever fucking made the damn electrical outlet because you got shot.
Right.
Right. And then they're a millionaire and you get lots of free cake and fucking ice cream.
It's like when dumbass went through the McDonald's and got burnt by coffee and soup.
I ain't gonna lie now. I had this chick throw my sweet tea out of the McDonald's window and the fucking top came off and it landed on me. I really wanted to go up in there and hand some ass whippings out.
I understand that, but
and my shit was supersized too, T. I'm talking about the one you gotta swirl around for it to fit the cup holder. I'm talking giant. I was wearing that bitch.
Oh, okay, but throwing it at you is one thing. That's a whole different issue.
Well, right? it was an accident. But.
Okay, but when you order coffee's hot, right? I mean, when I make it in my Keurig, it's hot. Just saying, I don't stick my finger in it while it's brewing. So hey, I'm gonna have to blow on this before I sip it. So you get a damn thing of coffee from McDonald's because you're too lazy to fix it yourself, or you felt you earned it because you're there you go.
Yeah.
So you burn your mouth, and all of a sudden it's the end of the fucking world. They gave me hot coffee. I'm on sue. This is the fucked up society we now live in.
I got one better for you, T. And y'all may remember this. And it was McDonald's. I don't know what the fuck's going on with McDonald's. But anyway, so I think this has been like 10 or 11 years ago. It's been a long time ago. So this woman and her husband got into an argument. And she threw her fucking drink at him. It splattered on the floor. She got up and slipped in it and sued the shit out of McDonald's for it.
I can believe that.
I guarantee you she had a weave on.
That's a true story.
I guarantee you. And her nails were probably about 3 inches long.
Oh, she was like the Mandarin.
Right? Hello.
But, I mean, that literally happened. You can look it up. It's on there.
No,
but
dude, I believe it. But what's sad and embarrassing is it doesn't surprise me. I mean, when aliens fly by this fucking planet, they got to roll up the windows and lock the fucking doors.
Well, let me tell you another story, and y'all gonna get a laugh out of this shit. So, I used to work in business management and shit, and sometimes I'd have to deal with customers calling in. I don't know how they got routed to my number, because I was at the DC, so I don't. Whatever, fuck it. But so we had this lady call in. And this is no shit. This is when I knew the world's coming to an end. This is that moment. So this woman with a calm voice said, I got some of your lip balm and put it on my lips and tried to set it on fire, and it is not flammable like it says on the bottle. This is no shit, man. I am not bullshit when I tell you this.
What the fuck?
I guarantee you she had a weave.
Either a crack pipe.
So if you're going to test to see if it burns, leave it in the tube. But this woman put it on her lips and tried to set it on fire. That's the moment that I started buying ammo. I'm just saying.
I mean, we're surrounded by a nation full of semi-functional fucktards. That's the majority. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody, God, please, somebody show me I'm wrong.
I can't.
No.
My faith in humanity is like,
I got a better shot at picking the winning lottery numbers.
Oof.
Jenny, you're right. Lawyers, it's not worth their time. They can't make a big enough splash if you get hurt on the job. But let somebody, have a record as long as they're armed and fentanyl in their system, and get rowdy with some cops. The cops have to handle them. They get caught on film. Oh yeah, shit gonna go sideways in. Every damn attorney gonna be lining up to get a piece of that case.
You can't breathe.
Just saying.
Fucking Jay.
Oh damn!
You can't make this shit up, man. I mean,
you can't. It's a clown car dumpster fire. I mean, I don't know what else to call it.
fucking lip balm. Oh shit!
I mean, I don't know.
Man, crazy world.
Yes, it is. But two things I take away from this. We haven't heard anything else about the monkeypox. That's a good thing.
Well, that's because they figured out what was causing it.
Well,
Use enough lip balm, you won't get it.
there you go. And the coof seems to be kind of taking a back seat right now because there's other shit going on. We got balloons. We got oh hell, what else? We got balloons. What's something else we got?
You got balloons. You got toxic air, water.
Well, it's not toxic. It's only toxic if you come outside. It's okay.
It won't kill you unless you look at it.
Unless you breathe it.
Yeah.
Did you drink water at Camp Lagoon?
So, I mean,
Got a tranny on every corner.
dude. Tell them about. Hey, wait.
Oh yeah,
you got to tell them about your.
my Wally World story.
Yes.
Oh,
you gotta tell them about
gosh.
your story. Come on.
Okay. So yeah, this is twice that it's happened.
You went back for seconds?
Oh hell yeah!
You got to listen to this. It's fun.
So the first time I go into Wally World, I got scrubs on. Okay, I come out, and there's this person walking behind me. Hey, that looks like a nurse's outfit. I'm like, okay. Well, nurses and teachers, they need to make a lot of money. They just don't get paid enough. Okay, thanks. Well, I see it looks like you got a nurse's outfit. So I just need some money for food. Well, I don't have any money. Well, if you, okay. And it walks away. Now, I say it's a man, but is dressed like, the handsomest female you've ever seen.
Sean named Shatifa.
Well, no, probably a Brad, and pick your girl name. Right. So I go back a week later. I'm getting groceries coming out of the store. It walks up behind me again. Hey, is that a nurse's uniform? I said, sure is. And I still don't have any cash. Oh, F you. And it walks, away.
Now, see,
But
here's where he's a better man than me. All right. He heard this plumbing confused individual say it under the breath. It would have been game on then. I would have said, I would have had something smart to say. There would have been a retort coming out as soon as I heard F you under your damn breath. I'm sorry, but there's no way I could have walked away from that.
But here's the deal, though, dude. Things like that, whenever they creep up on you, if you gotta, you gotta weigh what you're fixing. You gotta weigh what you're fixing to touch.
I wouldn't touch it.
I'll do butts and guts all day because you can cure anything with Clorox. But you don't know what's riding on that. So no.
You don't know what that's been latched on to.
Exactly.
But my intent would not be to check its tonsils or anything else. But there would definitely be some expletives being thrown his way and a barrage of F-bombs.
Well, Saxman played it kind of safe,
He did. I'm not knocking him for it.
You can't be too careful out here with these monkeypox running around and shit.
This is true, man.
You should have gave him the money, Saxman, because they were probably going to buy one of those butt babies.
This is true, butt baby or butt plug or something.
Hey, you know what? This gives me an idea, and I want to encourage every fucking body here to do this. Go on Amazon when you get off here, and order you some fucking Confederate play money. Okay,
that's not a bad
I want
idea.
you to wad that shit up in your pocket whenever you go out. And when one of these fucking confused plumbing fucktards or whoever it is panhandling, trying to beg you and beat you down for some money for some Schlitz or gas to get to their cousins or whatever the fuck it is they're asking you for, I want you to pull that wad out and watch your eyes get real big and hand them a fistful of it.
That would be classic.
That's what y'all need to do. Just saying.
Y'all be quiet. I'm on Amazon.
Well, if you want to be a real dickhead, what you can do is you can go on Amazon too, and you can order prop money.
Oh my! I'm looking at it right now.
See,
somebody about to get a couple hundies.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, fuck them. When these fucktards come to you, play their game. Just don't touch them. Just hand them the money. Let them snatch it. And see, they're happy. They start skipping, doing their thing, skipping off to their damn Escalade or wherever the fuck they're in. You let them go deal with that. And by then, you're in your car and you're driving off, and
they're counting up Jefferson Davises.
That's right. That's it. And about that time, the local PD rolls up and a whole different. I bet you they remember what gender they are then.
Right.
Hey, so you can get $100 bills for $9.90.
Sweet.
There you go. Hey, I agree.
You can get $50,000 in $100 bills for $32.
Dude, think of the shit you could do. And if you want to be a real asshole, take it and put it in your dryer for about 45 minutes with some clothes. Get all wrinkled. Then give it to them.
No.
Leave it strategically inside the Wally World.
No, you go on propmoney.com. They have $10,000 in aged full
Ooh.
new series,
Ooh.
$14.99.
Okay. I'm digging this.
Propmoney.com.
I'm telling you.
Oh God. And it says prop money real small on the side.
Think about it, dude.
Dude, it's got the little shiny band and all in the middle of it.
Just
Heck
saying.
yeah. I was gonna say we could pay it forward at our Wakanda Mart. You know,
Right, you man. Think of the habit, dude. Just think between the Kroger and the Walmart,
right?
man.
Oh man, that is awesome.
And technically, it's not counterfeit because it says prop money on it.
That's it. And I
There you
never
go.
told them it was real money. I said, here you go. Pay it forward. That's what I'm
They
telling you. Pay
said,
it
"You
forward.
got any money?" I said, "Yes," and handed them a big fat stack.
All the possibilities. Yeah.
He is right though. You could go somewhere. Think about if you walked, if it was real crowded and you were like and you threw a bunch of that money out or something and watched all them flock to it like cockroaches. That'd be some funny shit. That would be some funny shit. And leaving it strategically around the store, that's even more funny.
That would be awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm telling you, man.
Right under a case of Natty Light.
Okay, but if you're going to do it, remember they have cameras everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So you got to be smooth.
So just drop it while I'm walking.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all I got to do.
Drop 10 and pick up 9.
Oh man, there's just Jay. That's a good idea. You could leave it in the sex toys or the condoms, either one. Although you probably get more luck leaving them in the sex toys. I don't think we buy the condoms.
Obviously, they're not. Somebody's not.
So, but yeah, I'm telling you, everybody's got a project now. It's called a deadbeat deterrent system.
Right.
I'm gonna have stacks of cash in 3 days. Hey, just so y'all know, if you've got Amazon Prime, if you order over $25 worth, it's free shipping.
It'll be here by Saturday.
All right. You going to do that Demi Moore thing where she just rolls around naked in cash?
I don't know if I want to do all that.
Oh, okay.
You really want to see that, Saxman?
Yeah.
If you pay me in Confederate cash, I'll watch.
Damn.
$3.50 bill.
That's right.
You know what would be funny? You hand them a Confederate whatever, and they say, "Who's Jefferson Davis?" Oh, you didn't. He's the new vice president. And these dumb motherfuckers will believe it.
Probably.
I've never seen it. Well, it's the new Treasury note. Y'all look it up on your phone. Does your Obama phone have internet?
No, but my tablet does.
I'm just saying. You know.
Biden got voted out. That's a new.
Yeah, you didn't hear that? They Article 25 his ass. This is the new president. Kamala's cousin. So yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of shit you could do, but you gotta admit it's a good idea. Carry us some of that damn prop money.
Oh, I'm about to run with this.
Honest to God, my son's got we picked some up from Kennesaw, so he's got a ton of it back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's going to be fun for tomorrow.
Dude, there's so many things we can do here. I'm telling you, deadbeat deterrent system. It works. DDS. Just saying.
It makes my heart happy.
Every now and then we have a good idea, and this is it.
That's fucking priceless.
Well, I think this is a good place to leave off tonight. We left on a positive note, gave everybody a project to participate in, and we left it on a lighter note. Yes, the world's shitty. The country's going to shit. You know, it's a dumpster fire within a clown car, but it's the little victories that count.
You can still have fun. You can still have fun.
That's it. Get you
See, I'm a prankster anyway, T, because I came out of the Walmart one time and seen my brother's new truck parked in the back. So I like folded one of the mirrors in and left a note on it that says sorry for the damage. And I wrote down a random ass number. Right. I made this number up. And a couple days later, I was like, hey, did somebody hit your truck or something like that? He's like, man, I called this number and this woman didn't know who the hell I was. I walked around my truck for 30 minutes.
That reminds me of years ago when I was working. I drove a truck, big truck, and we had assigned parking. We had some stupid ass meeting we had to go to or something. Well, I came out and this jackass had parked his truck right up against mine, like right up on it. He was in my space or something. Like I said, there were signs. So me and another supervisor, I got in his truck. I managed to open the vent window and reach in and unlock it. We drove his truck up on top of the hill from where we're at and on the complex and surrounded it. The mechanics surrounded it with other vehicles so you couldn't see. He spent because on Friday, he came in that Monday, spent the entire morning trying to find his truck and got rode up because he lost his truck.
You lose a truck.
Oh, God, that's a dick move. That is an ultimate dick move.
Because me and the supervisor did this to him. And he was a jackass anyways. But
So your supervisor wrote him up for a truck that he moved?
No. The big boss wrote him up.
That's
not the supervisor. I'm talking. This went way above our pay grades. It got like way up there, and my supervisor was sweating bullets because he was in there asking me about that shit. I said, "Are you gonna say anything?" Well, no, I'll get in trouble. Then shut the fuck up about it.
Nobody knows if you don't talk.
That's it. Loose lips sink ships, brother.
Damn straight.
So, but
that guy's watching this video right now.
That son of a bitch.
Hey, look, all I can say is he didn't park there no fucking more. And he couldn't figure out how the truck got moved because it was locked. And I was like, dude, it doesn't take rocket science to open a vent window.
You know where we live?
So, but yeah, got his ass rode up for it. Yes, I was younger and I was an asshole, but he was a bigger asshole. And apparently the supervisor liked me more than him because he drove his personal vehicle up to follow me and get my ass after I parked the truck. What can I say?
All right. Yep. We left everybody with some hysterical moments. All right, Saxman. Give him a little bit.
All right. Well, hey, yeah, like T said, the country is going to shit. But again, vent it out, get out of your system, and let's figure out either how to fix it or have fun with it.
Absolutely.
All right, T.
We all know it's a dumpster fire. Just deal with it right now. Pay attention to what's going on. Really watch what these people are doing around you. Pay real close attention because I just don't trust anything right now. Stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, and try to take a moment to have fun. Whether it's with your kids, your grandkids, your spouse, whatever. Take a break. Don't let this shit consume you because it will ruin you. Just you gotta find some levity at some point. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. So we left y'all with a couple little trickery things y'all can do. The sorry for the damage one, cheap, easy. You can just write it on a napkin that you got laying around in your vehicle. Works really good for somebody that's parked over the white line. But anyway, go to Amazon or propmoney.com. I'm in. I'm all in. There's gonna be a lot of pissed off people this week.
$100? Oh hell!
Oh, dude, I see so much shit we can get into.
Honest to God, I would love to see somebody take that up to the front counter and try to pay with it.
Dude, it's gonna happen. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
When I hand it to them, I'm gonna say vote for Biden.
Oh.
All right, yeah, we had a little fun. Anyway, we'll be back Tuesday. Y'all remember Thursday nights is open mic night, so if any of y'all want to get on here, we have no script, so pretty much however it goes is how it is. We've always kept it that way.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, y'all have fun. Thank y'all for coming by. Thank you for your support as always. T. Saxman, y'all be safe. I'm gonna get over here and get my shipment packed up and sent out. Anyway, y'all take care. Thank you for coming by. Be safe.
That's awesome.
Night, everyone.
Night.